Now we want to see how we can copy files into different directories, right? How we can make things move a bit quicker, right? We want to make sure things are going as quick as possible. So let's go take an ls over here, take a little bit of a list to see what's going on. And we see that we have our YouTube directory and then we have the conclusion file. Now we know that we can obviously do something like this. If we want to copy the contents of conclusion, we could copy them into, let's say, a file that we're going to call script. And then if we go ahead and ls again, we'll see that we have conclusion, we have script. We can see that the content of both of these are going to be exactly the same using the cat command. Now, that's great, but what if we didn't want script to be in the area that it's in right now, which is the home directory? What if we wanted it to be inside of the YouTube directory and inside of the audio directory? We could just go ahead and then start to move it. You can go ahead and move script and you can put it inside the YouTube directory and then you can move it inside of the audio directory, but that's going to take a long time, right? We want things to be quick. Can we copy the conclusion file directly into the audio directory? Remember, the audio directory is inside the YouTube directory. We can. This is how we're going to do it. So you're going to go ahead and you are going to write CP, that's for copy. You're going to write the name of the thing you want to copy. So I don't know, I want to do conclusion or script. We'll go with script, it doesn't matter. And then the next thing you're going to write is going to be the area of where you want it to be, right? If I were to go ahead and just write video script right now, right? There's no directory called video script. So it's going to assume that you want a new file in the area where we are right now, titled video script with the content of the script file. So that we did just now when we created the script file. But what if I wanted to put it inside of YouTube? I'd put it inside of YouTube and I could say call this, well, I want to put it inside the audio as well, right? So we're going to start writing the path YouTube/audio. I can go ahead and in here I could write /video script if I wanted to make it a new file. So I can go ahead and do just that. We see that nothing popped up. We can see over here, we will go to CD, we'll save some time, we'll go right into YouTube/audio. And if I go in here and I do ls, we see that that video script is now there. If I want to take a look inside of it, we would see that it would give me, thank you for watching this video. It has copied the contents from that script file, which was in our home directory, all the way into the YouTube directory, into the audio directory. So remember, take a look at this again, right? CP, it says copy this first thing that you tell it to, copy the script file into this location. So if you don't want it to be copied in the area that you are working in, give it a path, right? Remember, you don't need a slash before the first one that you're going to say. So you say YouTube directory, audio directory, and then put the name of what you want, just like that, and that's how it's going to work. So that's how we can, save a bit of time by moving things a bit quicker. This obviously will apply if you're using the move, if you're doing remove, anything you want to do, you can do it like that. I think that's actually what I'll look at to end this off. I'll show you guys how to remove and delete files. So I went back to the home directory. I'm going to clear things off over here, make things nice and neat, use ls. Now we see that we have conclusion and we have script and we want to remove these. How would we go about doing that? rm to remove a file. So rm script that says, will you want to remove this file script? You put a Y for yes or an N for no. And then if we do ls, we'll see that that is gone. You can go ahead and do it again with conclusion. We don't need this. Remove it, put the Y, and do like that. Now, what if we want to remove a directory? Now, one thing that you need to know is that you have to have your directories completely empty if you want to remove them. This is not a requirement. There are ways around this, which we will see when we start looking at some flags and some things that we can actually use to customize these programs, so these commands that we have. Remember, all commands are programs. We have ways that we can further customize them to make them do things extra. So we can actually delete directories that have things inside them, but we won't look at that just now because it could be dangerous depending on what machine you're using right now. We want to keep things nice and simple. So let's go ahead and make a new directory, and we'll call this directory test directory. Now we do ls, we see we have this test directory and we have the YouTube directory. Now I want to go ahead and I want to delete that directory. Can I just do rm test directory? That's not going to work, right? Because it just doesn't work that way. You want to do something like this. It says you can't remove it, it's a directory. You have to use the command rmdir because you want to make sure that you are acknowledging that you want to delete a directory, because especially if you use some of the techniques we will see later on where you can delete one that still has content inside of it, you want to be damn sure that you want to delete that directory. You don't want to make a mistake, because you could lose a lot of content just by deleting a directory. Remember, you'll lose everything that's inside of it. So this one is empty, so we can go ahead and write rmdir as the command to remove our test directory, and then just like that, it's gone. So that is all we will look at right now. We saw how we can copy things to different locations into different directories, how we can remove files, and how we can remove directories. So we're starting to see most of the main things. We've really covered most of the basics right now. We'll see a few more advanced things, and we'll see how we can customize these commands to make them do even more crazy things. So we'll see that in a bit.